This could be bad. So yesterday we talked about how 99 Ken Griffey Jr. is finally coming to MLB The Show 20. If you missed it, I'll go ahead and put it up in the top right of the video. And news came out that he is going to be the only boss in the 10th inning program. So I wanted to update you guys real quick. But you saw the title and the thumbnail for today's video. We're not talking about 99 Ken Griffey Jr. or even MLB The Show 20. We're talking about the next game, MLB The Show 21, and how it might get delayed. There was a tweet put out by the MLB The Show Twitter account that it was very cryptic. All of the MLB The Show partners, including myself, we have no idea what it means. So for those of you that like speculation and news videos, you're going to want to stick around and see if we can predict what's going to happen. And for those of you that like my gameplay videos, we're going to do the 99 Prestige Fernando Tatis Jr. tomorrow. Fernando Tatis Jr. might have something to do with MLB The Show 21 as well, so we'll talk about that in just a second. But let's go ahead and deep dive into the tweet that started all of these rumors from MLB The Show on Twitter. They pretty much said that they're going to share information in 2021 and they want us to be safe, be well. So I think they're going to update MLB The Show 20. They have everything in place with Team Affinity 4 and the World Series program, but everything after that, that's where the line is officially drawn. If we have any news on MLB The Show 21, it looks like it's going to have to wait until the next calendar year. And I say that because they said it in the video, and if we talk about when the cover athletes are usually revealed, it's around this time. Now, there were a few outliers. For example, MLB The Show 14, that cover athlete was revealed on November 4th, so a little bit later. 15, MLB The Show 15, I think was... Who was on the cover of that? Was it Yasiel Puig? That was released on December 6th, and then for 16, December 11th. But then every other game after that, it was released about the same time. So if we go back to the last 4 MLB The Shows, we should be getting something pretty soon. And from that tweet, I don't think that we're going to get anything at all, at least until 2021, because if I had to predict who was going to be on the cover, I would say it's Fernando Tatis Jr. I mean, you have San Diego Studio, you have the Padres, everything lines up for them to make it pretty easy to get that done, put them on the cover of MLB The Show 21 and sell a bunch of copies because it's going on Xbox and Nintendo Switch. I don't know about PC, I'll have to double check on that one, but if you have Fernando Tatis Jr. on the cover and multi-platforms, you might be the #1 sports game on the next platform for PS5 and the new Xbox Series X, I think that's what it's called. But I think they're having issues because of the lockdown and the restrictions from COVID in California, because if you don't live there, you wouldn't know that it's pretty strict. You can't have, I think, more than 10 people within the same... I don't know the exact rules and regulations, so I'm not going to get into it, but I think for right now, they're having issues with getting that cover athlete shoot done with Fernando Tatis Jr. The only other thing that I can really speculate is maybe the cover athlete can't get pictures of himself for the cover because he's still playing. What if the cover athlete is the right fielder for the LA Dodgers and they can't do it because Mookie Betts is still playing for a World Series championship? So that is my best speculation. That I don't know if the game is entirely going to get delayed. We'll talk about the examples as to why it might and why a lot of people have been saying that's the issue. That's why they put out this tweet. But for me, I think it's a cover athlete dilemma, not so much as the game getting delayed. If we want to go with the prediction that MLB The Show 21 is going to get delayed, the only thing that you can really attribute that is the fact that the world is not normal. Game developers and game publishers are scrambling to try and get these games finished for the PlayStation 5, for the Nintendo Switch, for the new Xbox that's coming out. And I think because they are so short-staffed, or they were for a good portion of the year, they can't confirm or they can't deny the fact that it's going to be an issue for next year's game. I don't think that the game is going to get delayed. And I say that because Cougs, we were texting about it, and he pointed out that in that video on Twitter, if we take a look, usually San Diego Studio calls themselves Sony San Diego Studios, okay? You following? In that video, they call themselves San Diego Studio. When it reveals the MLB The Show 21 logo beneath, it shows San Diego Studio. There's no PlayStation logo, there's no Sony logo. So for me, I think that all but confirms that it's still coming to multi-platforms, Xbox, Nintendo, and of course the PlayStation 5, because it's always been a PlayStation exclusive, just like the Spider-Man games. But now it's not. It's coming to all platforms, and in my opinion, that video confirms that we're still going to be all right, and that's it. So I think it's coming to all platforms. That's not the issue. I don't think that the game is going to get delayed. I'm crossing my fingers because I love MLB The Show 20 so far. It's been my favorite since MLB The Show 16. But right now, it's getting to the point where every casual player has seemingly left, and now I'm just playing nothing but World Series nerds. And don't get me wrong, I like improving and I like learning and bettering myself and my skills. But losing, 15-9 every single game, it starts to weigh on your psyche and your mindset, so you just look forward to the next game. And this throws a wrench in the whole process because we don't know who's on the cover. We don't know what this tweet means. We don't know if it's going to get delayed or not. I mean, I'm pretty certain that it's still going to stay multi-platform, but I can't really pinpoint exactly why they put this out because they didn't tell us. They just put it out there. They let the world kind of it's almost like hieroglyphics on an Egyptian tomb. You're just trying to dissect and translate it into something that you think makes sense, and we're all just predicting as to what it could mean. In my opinion, in conclusion, I think that the cover athlete is the biggest issue right now because they put it out around the same time that the athlete reveal should be announced, so I think this is kind of their cover and their buffer to give themselves more time. I don't think the game is going to get delayed. I still think that it's coming to all platforms. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you make of all these news? And also, one thing about MLB The Show 21 that I quickly want to talk about is this concept art that I found on Reddit. So I'll go ahead and put the link in the description down below, but look how beautiful this is. If this was the cover or the menu of MLB The Show 21, I would cry. So you have Play Now, you have Road to the Show starting in college, you have Franchise coming back, and I think a lot of people would be happy about that, and then you have Diamond Dynasty. Now, a lot of people are going crazy because Randy Johnson is in the panel of Diamond Dynasty. Again, this is just speculation. It's fan art. I don't know if the game is going to be anything like this, but I mean, he's got to be a Diamondbacks fan because you have the Diamondbacks main logo with Johnson. You have Archie Bradley. I think that's Eduardo Escobar. That's actually Ketel Marte over there. That's all besides the point. But would you like this menu system? Would you like a college-style Road to the Show? Would you like Franchise coming back? Would you want Diamond Dynasty to include all of the other game modes like it says on this panel? That does it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to stay up to date with MLB The Show 21 news or just awesome MLB The Show 20 gameplays, this is the place to be tomorrow. We will be using Mr. Prestige Fernando Tatis Jr., possibly the cover of MLB The Show 21. That's my best prediction, but again, the issue might be Mookie Betts is still playing, and that's it. That's why the announcement was made. I have no idea. If the game gets delayed, I'm going to be super sad. I know all of you will be sad as well. But stay safe out there. Be well. That's what MLB The Show said. I don't like that. Just have a good day. All right, bye.